Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. Even though we're going through so many tribulations right now, trust and believe this is going to strengthen you and take you towards a place you never thought you would ever be. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, try me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative, insightful, just give you good vibes or uplift that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment, needing confirmation, validation, or just spiritual advice, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. The music that you're hearing in the background is from the channel Self Healing Collective, and the title of the meditation is called All Seven Chakras, Kundalini Rising and Spiritual Awakening Music. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, never give anyone a chance to see you suffer, especially after a major setback. Soar like never before. Before I get started, I always tell y'all at the beginning and you know, if I got my contact information in the description box below in case you want to hit me up for, you know, just social networking and just, you know, being able to share our experience of views, experience of views, or if you need a deeper understanding about, you know, your mission or purpose, or even, you know, your spiritual gifts, I try my best to be able to help out. If not, you know, I'll find the information that you are looking for to give you that deeper understanding. It is, oh gosh, you know, there's so many different things that's going on within our lives. As soon as I see that, I see my birthday. Okay. You know, we're going through so many different things in our lives, and a lot of times it's hard for you to be able to understand these, you know, these tragedies, these trials and tribulations that are taking place is already been written as within the divine plan of these taking place. It's just like we can't have a path where we're not going to have our ups and downs, our setbacks, you know, our impulse behaviors that, you know, we're making wrong decisions, toxic vibes, you know, the wounded, you know, all these different things that are taking place into our lives. It strengthens us in so many different ways. And, you know, I know you probably hear me say it or even hear it saying out there in the world, you know, you're never you're never that person, the same person that started this journey. You know, all these different things is taking place to strengthen you, you know, no matter how bad it hurts. These are the things that, you know, that really is molding you into that warrior. You know, you're already that warrior within itself, but you know, it's in the world. I mean, it's in the writing of the contract. You had to forget who you were for your trauma to remind you of who you were. And you know, it's not easy, you know, and there's so many different people. You know, I tell people Heyokas are a walking trigger. You're a walking trigger in so many accords. You know, I've seen people say Heyokas think they're better than anybody else and this and this and this and that. And I was like, okay, I never said that, but that if that's what your opinion is, you know, obviously something, you know, triggered you about what a Heyoka is. Because I feel like we're all, no matter what category, I hate that word, category or label we all here for a purpose. We all have a mission that we're going towards. And there's different, you know, it's just like the military. You know, you got captains, privates, you know, lieutenants, you know, company commander, all these different things that are taking place, and we're all having our, our journey that we're healing from, being able to have a deeper understanding. And a lot of times it's hard when you're out in the workforce, and it just seems like, you constantly got somebody all up in your ear. There's constantly somebody always saying something to you, or it's just like you're trying to allow them. It's not, I know some people try to force their understanding on somebody, or force people to look at certain things a certain way, but just being able to just be understood. I'm that type of person. People are like, Roslynn, I go to certain people's, channel, and it's like they're trying to force that mess down my throat. But with you, you're just trying to give a deeper depth of it, trying to give an understanding. I tell people all the time, I'm not going to force nothing on you. If you're not, if I'm just, putting my explanation out of the views, the experience, or the things that I've learned from what's being taught to me, some people are just going to be there, only going to understand their line of perception. They're not going to see anything higher than that. And that's quite fine. I always tell people, plant that seed. If they're really wanting to do the work on themselves, they'll nourish that seed, and they'll watch it grow. But it's just like, there's a saying, you can't make a baby, walk if it's still in the crawling stage. You just can't do that, and there's so many different things where I've said it as well many times before. A lot of times your enemies see the greatness in you. They just don't want you to discover that one yourself. But if you didn't have these people trying you the way they did, you wouldn't be giving things all you got. And it's like sometimes where you can be depressed about certain things, or you're just not finding that momentum, that motivation to be able to push further, because at times you just feel depleted, and you're just, you can get that vibe like, no matter what I do, it's just not good enough. And it's just like the universe sees your struggles. They see the tears that you have cried. They hear your prayers that you're wanting to be answered, and they're being answered, but just not in the way that you thought they were. I used to get mad. I say, I'll be dag, I ain't about to ask them for no patience, for they put me in a situation where I have nothing but patience to have to deal with. But then it's just like, you have to remind yourself, it's like, look at all the things you had found out just about yourself because of the traumatic situations you're being in, just because of the haters you have in your life, just because how some people go out their way. I've known, I experienced so many different things where people get mad and look at me because even though they put so much stuff on me, how am I still, able to pull through? You protect it, and a lot of times, karma and God will allow them to make your enemies seem like they're in the winning streak. When they set that, that flag of destruction, that's going to be the day of your deliverance. Just because of the fact is, they don't realize God is allowing these things to happen into your life to teach you, to help you grow. Being able to understand nobody has control over your life unless you allow them to. Don't allow your keys of happiness to be driven or being turned by someone else. Allow yourself to see the validation within yourself and not at outside sources. Don't worry about what other people think, because everybody's going to have a different opinion of you. There'll be people that say really harsh things about me, but then there'll be people out there that's like, Roz really helped me through a lot of things as I helped her, and we're all growing, and it's a blessing that we all can be aligned, and I really see, when I see my path, I feel like I'm so humbled. I'm blessed, even though, I have my days where I'm in that negative Nancy type situation, or I'm giving myself that pity party at times. I say I don't push that out to the world, but I say I used to do it to myself because I seen how much stuff I've went through. And it's just like, when you allow yourself to see how much you have conquered, those setbacks is gave you so much life experience that you can take along the way. And a lot of times it's just like, I've seen my life where my happiness was short lived. It just seemed like I was doomed from the womb. As soon as I came out, and they'll smack my ass, and next thing you know, all hell went broke loose. So it's just like, but when I see it, it feels good when you can hear your guides and your family and friends that have passed on, cheering you on. You were that one that your ancestors picked to be able to soar everything. They wouldn't put you through this if they couldn't get you through it. And a lot of times it's hard to be able to see that, and sometimes you got to be able to psych yourself out, especially if you're a sore loser. It's like, that they were praying. You having to tell yourself, they were praying to make sure you fail. You know that, right? They over there kick in because you are upset and you're in your feelings about stuff because you're a threat. You are a threat. And a lot of times when you have those people that steady want to pick on you, and it's just like, Dad, can you get another hobby? Can you please just get another hobby? Or there's certain people worried about what you do before you're worried about them. I've seen that. I still go through that. But then it's just like, when I see my situation and see how much good that comes out of it, because you're unlearning what has been taught to you. You're unseeing the things they wanted you to turn a blind eye to. And a lot of people will hate on you because the fact is you're being, how they say it, and I'm supposed to be doing that in another video. Some are called, but many, it's like many are called, but some are only chosen. Only the special ones are chosen. But there's a lot of times people decide to take it when they were chosen, they decided to take the cheap route, because that's a lot of lessons that you have to take place that only the strong can survive. You're allowing yourself to really see your toxic traits and see, how it got you. I was in that situation where I didn't give a dag. I didn't care. I didn't care about whose feelings I hurt. I'd be fighting all the time. I'd be putting energy and stuff that wasn't even worth it. I always had to have the last word. They'd be like, say it again. I'm like, say it again. Why you always gotta have the last word. I used to be all like that. And then sometimes I'll say, before I end up busting your head to the white meat, I'm gonna just go ahead and walk off. Not everything needs my response to it. A lot of times that turning the other cheek, as long as you don't smack that other one, we're good. And it's just like, when you start controlling your emotions towards different things, boy, it's just like, I had to, and it's funny because I had to learn that from, the person that really put me through some stuff. They said, when you don't react to the people that know they did wrong to you, and they know that they did wrong to you, and you don't react, that's the most scariest thing, because they don't see you coming. And that's why they picked us the way they did, because they never see us coming. And I tell people, because there's sometimes I don't got different messages about people saying, oh, you're black, so you can't be a Heyoka. You acting like I signed up for this. No. And it's just because I'm black don't mean anything. I've seen West Indians be Heyokas. I done seen Polish people being Heyokas. I done seen Eskimos or whatever. And if that's a racist word, I apologize, because I don't know the word they use for Eskimos. But, I'm just using the example. So I'm not trying to, dig on nobody or anything like that. But the galactic ancestors, the tribal ancestors, the thunder beings, all these different things had to pick people that they would least guess. Like, if you're walking around and, you see somebody, like if you have been, around reservations and grew up around different Native American tribes, you can peg them out. And then that's the one you're going to be looking for. But if you see somebody like me, I'm like, hey, we walking in the war zone, knowing I'm about to grab that sword of, that Holy Grail type sword, or whatever you want to call it. They're not going to pay attention to me. It's like, oh, she okay. I'm like, so you thought, and then just go past that. And it's just the things that you have gone through. This is the part of your divine plan for you to have to go through those different things. But as many times as you failed, that means double time of getting back up. And that's where you go for the gusto. You have to be able to give it all you got. Nobody is going to go hard for you other than you. Yes, your spirit guides, your earth angels, your archangels and your earth angels, because you have many different people that come into your life and they want to be able to see the best in you. And I love that with people. You got to be that person, not being a passive aggressive person to try to belittle that person. But I tell people, just like I want them to be able to tell me too. It's like, why aren't you doing better? Why are you just doing a smidge when you can go for the whole guap? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you sleeping on yourself? Wake the hell up. You got to be able to do that, because it's just like, when you got so many different blessings that's coming. I remember I used this. I know I got it on my certain songs. It's like certain songs that are such a inspiration to me. I use these different messages when they come up. And it's just like when God is about to bless you, He's not going to send complainers into your life. They're going to send people in your life to be encouraging. When it's just like you have gone through so many ups and downs, you'll be able to see your enemies. That's the reason why you had to go through these things, because they wanted you to be able to, separate the sheep from the wolves. You had to be able to do that. These are the reason why you went through that. And if it wasn't you, you know how they say they have that post is talking about burglars is not going to sit up here and break into a house where they know there's nothing special there. You have so many different attributes that are so special and so rare. They're going to try to rob you from your patience, your faith, your belief, even your love for humanity, because it's just like when you see so many different things that go on in the world, like I tell y'all, I've been heavy on my crime stories, because it's giving me, different tips on how I want to do mine when I start doing my crime stories as well. And I see so many things that make me want to come up in the screen for these people that are doing these things to these different people. And I'm just like, how? And I forgot there was a post. What's his name? Jack Nicholson had said, you have to be able to look both ways on a one-sided street, because he said he don't have faith in humanity anymore. He don't have faith in humanity. You can get hit on a one-sided street, somebody coming the opposite way. And it's like that at times. But then it's just like you have to be able to expect the unexpected, but allow yourself to be prepared at all times. You have to be able to be prepared at all times, because these things are molding you. If you went through these things, you wouldn't be giving it all you have to, to be able to sacrifice, let things go, accept, compromise, or show compassion, doing forgiveness. The forgiveness towards these enemies is not for them, it's for you. You need that peace in your mind, because it's like that war ain't in the world, is within yourself. And we deal with a lot of that stuff. And it's just like, I have so many different things that comes up, and it's like a hard pill to swallow, because it's like, I can't believe I went through something like that. I can't believe that these are the things that took place from people that I really truly trusted. And it made me have a lot of trust issues. It really did. But then it's just like it also gave me a lot of strength to be able to see the unseen. When you ask universe to allow you to see your enemies, all of a sudden friends and family start dropping like flies. And it's sad when you have to go through this stuff. But a lot of times you're going to be on that journey on your own. But then it's not going to always be on your own. You may be physically on your own, but it's not in the spiritual aspect of being alone, because you have so many enforcements there for you and with you, because a lot of times they got to take these things out of your life for you to be able to adapt to just being yourself, knowing your love for yourself, knowing that you're going to give it all you have for what you truly want. Because they'll ask you, okay, you want these things in your life, how bad you willing to go for it to get that? Because if you so willingly just to give up, they didn't want it that bad. But then it's just like going to be at point when you finally get to that finish line, and you're going to probably cry tears of, well, it ain't going to be because you're going to cry tears of joy just because of all the hell you went through. You're going to understand why those enemies were in your life. You can understand why they kept on coming into your element, your house of peace, to disrupt all those things and, try to rob you from every uniqueness, a unique trait that you had, because they see that within you. Don't give up on what you want. Fight hard for it. I have to tell myself that time I'll be crying and be tired as I don't know what, but I still try to go. I try to do my best on myself. Y'all know, y'all been with me for a while. Hey, self-care, hermit mode, I got to go, and then I come back better than ever. And a lot of times people see that and they were like, oh, she done gave up. No, the hell I didn't. I just paused for the cause and I'm right back, and I'm coming right back stronger than I did when I left, and you need to do that. You can take a pause. That's it. But don't give up on anything. If you have tried so many different ways to do a certain thing and it still didn't work out for you, universe sees that. And a lot of times they will put these things in your life just to see if you'll do it. Or they'll tell you to go a certain way, and they'll make you see all these type of signs and synchronicities that this is going to be it for you. And next you know, it shuts you down. Yes, it's upsetting, but they want to know. If I'm sending them all in these different directions just to get it, and it says no, 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 even though it had essence of saying yes, let me see, even though they're going to be mad at us for a minute, when they seen that you didn't give up, you may be crying, maybe mad at the world, cussing the world out because of the things you went through. But when they see you still went hard and just, allowed yourself to collect yourself and then move forward, that's when your blessings going to come through, because that's going to let them know they worked hard for that. So when you finally get it, you're going to understand why you had to go through those rough times. You're going to understand why they put those enemies in your life, why they allowed them to, snatch the rug from up under your leg, try to go all the way out just to block you. These are the things that had to happen to strengthen you in ways you never seen coming. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of that video. And I would love to give a post notification shout out to Lisa Johnston, like Mela Pedersen, as well as Miranda Walden. Good, welcome. I said good, welcome. Welcome to the clan, as well as Cheryl Sanders as well. Welcome. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love a chance to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Share, tell somebody about the channel. You never know, they may be able to relate to the things that I talk about on my different topics. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.